Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm with Trey Murdaugh and Ty
Ferkin.
We are here in Paradise City with the Sirius Back Country. And gentlemen, this is amazing. We've got great weather. The STOL Invitational is always packed with people.
Yes.
And you are a sponsor. Could you tell us how that occurred and what are the implications of it?
Yeah, so we are the aircraft sponsor for the Invitational. We've been working with the community and with Anitra, and it was a good fit for us. And so we're here at Sun and Fun 2026. We introduced the aircraft last year at Oshkosh, and it's building a little momentum, and we wanted to put it back out in the STOL community here at Sun and Fun.
Now, last year I had the opportunity to see it, and since then you've done some modifications. I believe the tires are bigger, the VGs. Explain.
Yes. All right, and Ty will chime in on that, of course, as well.
Yeah. So the VGs is to, help its STOL ability. Compared to the same Sirius with the same airfoil wing and all that stuff, this one approaches about 10 miles an hour slower due to the VG placement and how many we have.
Yep.
The tires are just to get a little bit more angle of attack for takeoff. And just better rough field ability.
Yep. So again, this aircraft is based on the Sirius, which has been in the U.S. since 2010. Aircraft has done very well, but it's known for its slow flight performance. And so it was a good fit for us to go ahead and put that Acme Aero Stinger, to plug them a little bit here, put that on the tail, and kind of put larger wheels on this. And kind of take advantage of that stability. And so Ty's talking about we've been tweaking with his help. He's an excellent pilot, and really just seeing what the aircraft can do in that slow flight envelope. So the VGs really help slow it down, but if anything, they give it stability and they give it maneuverability. You still have aileron control.
More authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got more authority in the slow flight regime.
Yeah.
Speaking of the slow flight regime, why don't you tell us about your background and how you came aboard this team?
Yeah, so I am a NAG pilot by trade up until about 3 years ago. And since then, I've just started flying small aircraft. Well, and I always did. I had a Kit Fox, still do. I have it on floats and bush wheels and all that stuff and fly around the Idaho backcountry in it. Just recently bought a 182. And so I live in southern Idaho, and we are right in the middle of the wilderness there. It's very accessible within about 15 minutes, a 15-minute flight, and go out and just push our airplanes to the extreme, me and my buddies, and see what we can squeeze our airplanes into and have a good time doing that. And then sometimes we just go in the backcountry camp, go on vacation. On that ag, you're always pushing the plane. You learn how to fly the wing really well. Different variations and weights and everything, and you just really get to push what an airplane can do.
Would you say it's the ag flying in that industry, flying ag, that gave you the ability to just really know an aircraft in short order?
I'd say it's both.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to always kind of just go up high and push an airplane to see what it could do, get into odd corners of its flight envelope, and try to make it bite me, and then figure out how to get that figure out how to negate that.
Yeah.
And then in ag, I use those skills to just know where the edge was.
Right.
Yeah.
So, with that as a background, what are your impressions of the Sirius Backcountry?
Oh, it's so wonderful to have an autopilot and be able to cruise somewhere fast and be able to get to your destination in the backcountry quick. This thing is still incredibly capable. I can take it off and land in about 150 to 200 feet when I'm solo and half tanks, and then it's 135 knots to get where I'm going to. We still have a 2,000 foot a minute climb. Approaches about 45, 50 knots, and it's a very good short field plane.
I happen to notice the 916 IS Rotax sticker on here, and this week I've had an opportunity to spend time in the arena of Mosaic and noticing more and more that seems to be a go-to power plant. Could you expound upon fuel injection and constant speed and how that has helped this arena?
Yeah, so it's it's a phenomenal engine. We'll start there. So that engine used to be 100 horsepower, and that's what it's based off of. And originally they were 80 with 1200 cc's. I believe these are 1340, something like that.
I think roughly.
Yeah, close, 1350. But anyway, it's a 912S that they injected and then put a turbo on and beefed it up. And it's putting out 160 horsepower. It flies like a turbine. Most of my time is in turbines. You can't hurt it. So, you know, like a normal Lycoming engine, you have to worry about shock cooling sometimes. You can't just be going along at cruise and yank the power out because you see a bear down below you, or, you know, you want to go dive into a canyon. This you can. The constant speed, anything that's a turbo, more than likely needs to they just work better with a constant speed. You know, the engine's always making 100% power if you ask it to. The prop loses efficiency as it's climbing up in altitude. So you can spin the prop up easier and gain RPM as you climb. The constant speed takes care of that problem. And allows you to get all the available horsepower out of it when you're up at altitude or anywhere. You know, you get to take off full RPM, you get to cruise at a more economical RPM, and really just takes advantage of the engine. But it's a wonderful package. It's FADEC, easy to control. It's just like a turbo, except you don't have to worry about your temps and torques.
In terms of cockpit noise and vibration, how much lower than it would be than current our normal piston engines?
GA plants. You were speaking to that the other day.
I have a decibel meter on my watch, and I always kind of pay attention to what an airplane is. So most of my time in like kind of speedier airplanes are like in a 210. I have a 76 Cessna 210, and then before that I had a Debonair. And they were around like, you know, they're classy airplanes that with lots of insulation. They're probably around like 79 to 83 decibels in cruise. I have a 182 now, it's like 90. My Bagcat that I used to spend a bunch of time in was like 110. This thing's at 80 when you're cruising. You can take off your headsets and it's quiet. It doesn't hurt your ears. It's wonderful. And then everything's sealed up really well. There's no rattling when you're cruising. It's just it's just a higher class feel when you're going somewhere, and then you still get to go into the short strips and play. And it's a wonderful airplane when you're down low and trying to play. It's very snappy on the controls. It's like flying it through a small canyon and just buzzing around at 100 feet. It loves that area or arena of flight. Like it's 100 knots, just playing fighter pilot. It's very snappy and fun.
In terms of availability and customer support, where are you now in terms of here in the States?
Yes, so we have a few dealers that are scattered around the country, one in Maryland. There is a service center out in California and one in Wisconsin. We have another dealership that should be coming online in California, and then any Rotax service center can do maintenance on these aircraft. Yep.
This is currently the only one in the United States?
This is the first one in, yes. It is the first. Now again, the plane, there's about 260 of these aircraft in the tri-gear version. So the aircraft has been proven over the years. It's why we built upon it. The change here was just to make it stronger, make the fuselage stronger for the tail wheel. It has reinforced Kevlar in the horizontal stab. We added a baggage door so you can get things in and out easier. This one also has a luggage pod that can be bolted on the bottom, so you can carry that extra camping gear.
Ty, your travels in Idaho.
Yeah.
Has this been there, and have you shown it to other STOL?
No, it hasn't made it out west yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just been out on the East Coast.
Yeah, we're hoping to get it there soon, yeah.
But keep on getting promised. So maybe this summer it'll happen.
Get some feedback on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll do really well. I'd take it anywhere in the Idaho backcountry.
Very good.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.